try and separate the hashtag from the organization, one of the things that I've heard one of the founders, I believe her name is Patrice, mention is that the hashtag, they want the hashtag to be tied to the organization. So when someone posts Black Lives Matter, they want you to automatically think about the organization. They don't want those two things separated out.
Right. Many
times when people post Black Lives Matter, sure, I think that they may not be in support of the organization, but me as, a random person now on your feed, I have no way to distinguish if you were talking about Black Lives Matter or are you talking about the organization Black Lives Matter? Like, are you just saying out of the goodness of your heart, well, yes, I think that Black Lives Matter, or are you saying Black Lives Matter, the organization I really support? Right. And because I don't have that ability to distinguish that when I'm on social media, and other people don't have the ability to understand what's happening in my heart, I don't use it at all. I also think that it's too tied to the organization, again, which does not hold Christian values. And so as Christians, we should not be hashtagging Black Lives Matter. Now, we can hashtag many other things. I do think that the phrase or the hashtag All Lives Matter is extremely contentious. And so there's no need for us as Christians to poke the bear, to be like, well, you say Black Lives Matter, I'm gonna say All Lives Matter. That just pokes the bear and causes more offense and things like that. And we don't need to hold that heart posture. But there are many other things that we can say. Or we can also be like James 1, and be slow to speak. We don't have to jump on culture's bandwagon and think that I have to hashtag everything that culture says that I have to hashtag. Otherwise, I'm a racist. I believe that there are more possibilities available than just that.
Why do you think it is that that evangelicals, so specifically evangelicals, have bought into this language? Do you think it's just because we recognize that, of course, no one wants to be racist, and we want to affirm that Black Lives Matter, but we haven't thought through some of the implications of it? Or do you think, what's your thought on that?
I think we're in a really unique time. I think that the conservative evangelical church has probably been a little more quiet on the issues of race and racism.
Right.
And what we're seeing now is just a different generation, and people are definitely wanting to call for justice. I believe that people are, very sad about people like George Floyd or issues like George Floyd. And so they are now entering into a space of whatever needs to be done, we need to do it. We need to use our voice. We need to speak out without understanding the implications of what, by any means necessary, so to speak, what implications that has within the church, what implications that has, on scripture. What does that mean for how we uphold scripture? But I also wonder if there is maybe something like a white guilt that would lead some white evangelicals to wanting to uphold this narrative. And for people of color, I wonder if it is more of a tribal rhetoric. Like, I don't want to get kicked out of the tribe. And so let me uphold this as well. Either way, whatever the cause is, my stand is that this is something that we should not be hashtagging because of everything that I said before. I think there's too much conflation between the organization and sentiment and things like that. I feel like we can use our voice. We can speak out. We can say, racism is wrong, and a Marxist organization is also wrong, and I don't have to support this.
Right. Every voice